Section 1 Football Media Day 2024, presented by GameDay 1, Veolia, and White Plains Hospital.
Section 1 Football Media Day here at Mahopac High School. Joined here by Lakeland and Coach Schilling. Coach, exciting, right? I mean, you're back in Class A, facing off against more natural rivals this year. And what did you learn? Last year's season had some highs, some lows. What did you learn as a head coach?
Yeah, that was my second season. We were in Class B. Had a really good year. Really competitive Class B with Pleasantville, the Picard brothers, and Rye. We had a good season. We made it to the semifinals, which was awesome. It is, as you said, exciting to be back in Class A. Being right next to Yorktown, right next to Mahopac, right next to Somers. All town rivalries, which is awesome. So we are excited to be back in Class A.
You put the ball in the air a lot last year. You're a typical quarterback head coach, right? Where you have to put the ball in the air last year. Is this the same type of team? Is this the same type of scheme you're going with offensively?
In high school football, you pretty much adapt to the talent that you have, the players that you have. No, we will not be throwing it as much this year. We have a couple good quarterbacks. A little bit more, maybe more athletic in terms of running the football. We have a couple good backs, so try to replace some good receivers and a great quarterback, but we're going to do it a little bit different this year.
Who'd you bring here tonight?
This is Nick Ferranti. He's a defensive end and lineman for us. Nick Oliva, he's a linebacker and running back. And Robbie Policastro, he's a defensive back and a running back for us.
Pass it down. Blocking and tackling is all it's going to come down to, I think, for success. I mean, how has this offensive defensive line come together so far?
Very well. We have a lot of guys returning from last year. We have only one new guy on the line, and they come in very well. And I think it's going to be a very different team than last year. More physical, run game, physical on defense.
What sort of luxury is it to have the experience on the line like this?
It's the best. I think it's the most important thing, to have chemistry with each other, know what you're doing, know your calls. It's probably the most important thing.
Pass it down. Tell me about this team. I mean, what's the strength right now when you're looking at this group, and what are you kind of relying on as a team?
I think our strength is definitely the physicality that we play with. We have a very physical defense. Even in the defensive line, offensive line, we have a lot of physical players.
Somebody's got to replace all those yards and touchdowns that you graduated from last year. Who stepped up into those roles now?
We have a couple players that are stepping up, like Anthony DeRico, Mikey DeCiccio, Luke, a couple other sophomores like Mikey Zamato. A lot of players that have a lot of talent and could definitely produce for this team.
Excellent. Pass it down. Obviously Class A is going to naturally be tougher competition, but these are the schools probably you grew up playing against, these towns. So you like the schedule? I mean, obviously after Clarkstown South playing Brewster, Yorktown, Panis?
Yeah, I like it. It gives us a challenge every week. It's something new, something we haven't seen since like 2 years ago. So we get to see different teams that we haven't seen recently, and it should be fun.
How is this group, how is it different coming into this season compared to the last couple of years as a senior now?
It was kind of questionable. We lost a bunch of our good players, but I think we brought up a bunch of playmakers that once they get the ball, they can be very explosive.
All right, pass down to Coach Schilling for the final word here. Coach, what's going to have to break? I mean, obviously you're a former quarterback yourself. Is it molding the next quarterback, or what's going to have to break right for you guys to have success?
I think defensively, we do bring back some good players, and we're going to need to, adapt to the talent that we have. So we have, 3 quarterbacks, competing for the job right now, and if one of them can do the job, or even 2 of them can, get us in the right position, I think we can compete. Clarkstown South will be a tough challenge to start the year, but we got to get off to a good start in Class A, in order to accomplish our goals.
Coach, good luck. Thanks so much for coming. Guys, good luck this season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blake.